لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك والنعمة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. This is Asyu Ansar the Call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor, welcoming you to another edition of the program. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, is now relenting in efforts to ensure a successful 2024 Hajj. Towards this end, the Commission is putting finishing touches to all levels of preparation for the exercise. And so, tonight on the program, we shall be looking at some of the decisions that have been taken and how they will impact on 2024 Hajj. The details in our Spotlight segment. Still in the package, we have other regular segments such as Making the Hajj and NAHCON News Diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. And on the quiz, a winner has emerged. Details will be announced in the course of the program. Stay tuned for these and more. Don't go away.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The program kicks off with the news diary. Top in the lineup. Today is the final day for the submission of grouping lists from states. Stay tuned for these and more. Don't go away.
The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Malam Jalal Ahmed Arabi, has described Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma as a pillar of support in Hajj management and also a symbol of peace in Nigeria. The chairman stated this on Thursday when he played host to the governor at Hajj House, Abuja.
In trying to show our own appreciation, we had written a letter acknowledging that you are a shining example and that we had written it long before now, but we didn't want to give it to anybody to take it to. It's an acknowledgement of all you've done and all you've been doing for the Muslim faithful in your state, showing them that you are their leader, you are their father as well, to send the message out that please, this is a shining example that should be copied. Responding,
Governor Hope Uzodinma appreciated NAHCON for welcoming him to Hajj House, reiterating his commitment to the socio-economic development and peaceful coexistence in Imo State and Nigeria in general.
To do more, and we need to identify ourselves as Nigerians, irrespective of our Christian or Islamic faith. You know, we have to serve our country and encourage unity of purpose in the existence and the things we do, even in governance. So for this honor, I'm very grateful and I dedicate it to the Almighty God that He made it possible. And we will continue to work hard to impress all citizens of the country, irrespective of our religious inclination.
High point of the visit was the presentation of an award to the governor by NAHCON chairman in appreciation of his contribution to peace promotion. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has called on state pilgrims welfare boards to submit the grouping list of their pilgrims latest by midnight today. A statement by the Deputy Director of Information and Publication Division of the Commission, Musa Ubandawaki, says the submission of the list will facilitate the issuance of visa and also conform with the mandatory Saudi policy of Tafweej grouping system for the movement of pilgrims. Similarly, the Commission has directed state boards to conclude the uploading of pilgrims' data to the e-track portal by today. NAHCON reiterated that this is the last chance given by the Saudi government for all arrangements for grouping of pilgrims to be concluded. Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has appointed Senator Yahaya Olorigbe as the state's 2024 Amirul Hajj. A statement to this effect by Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Rafiu Ajakaye, says the choice of the senator is born out of his experience in the management of Muslim affairs. While congratulating the Amirul Hajj, the governor says he is confident that Senator Yahaya Olorigbe will deploy his knowledge and understanding of Hajj to ensure improved coordination and efficiency during the forthcoming Hajj exercise. Meanwhile, the state deputy governor, Mr. Kayode Alabi, has inaugurated the newly appointed members of the Kwara State Pilgrims Welfare Board with Professor Mashood Mahmood Jimba as chairman. The government called on the board to ensure a hate-free Hajj exercise and protect the interests of pilgrims from the state. In the meantime, Nasarawa State Pilgrims Welfare Board has commenced the distribution of uniforms and handbags to intending pilgrims. Executive Secretary of the board, Malam Idris Al-Makura, stated this in Lafia after meeting with Hajj coordinators across the state. He said measures have been put in place to ensure that the distribution exercise is carried out successfully. Malam Al-Makura discloses that medical screening of pilgrims will begin next week, warning that no pregnant woman will be allowed to perform the Hajj. In a related development, Kano State Pilgrims Welfare Board has also distributed travel items to its intending pilgrims. While handing over the items to the pilgrims, which include uniforms, bags, and Hajj guide booklets, Chairman of the State Board, Alhaji Yusuf Lawan, said the board has successfully completed all arrangements for the 2024 Hajj. He said Kano State Governor Kabir Yusuf Abba is determined to ensure the comfort and well-being of Kano State pilgrims. In other news, Edo State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has concluded the screening of the 297 intending pilgrims that registered with the board. Chairman of the board, Sheikh Ibrahim Oyarekua, stated this in Auchi, saying the screening exercise is to ensure that the documents of all intending pilgrims from the state are complete and in order. The chairman sought the support and understanding of the intending pilgrims, assuring them of the commitment of the state government to make this year's Hajj a better experience for the pilgrims. Present at the screening exercise was NAHCON immediate past Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information Statistics and Library Services, Sheikh Suleiman Momo, among other dignitaries.
Alhamdulillah, you are still watching As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation that keeps you abreast of the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON and other Hajj-related matters. Officials at the Hajj House and across the states are working tirelessly to ensure that every aspect of the Hajj exercise is meticulously planned. This is to ensure a hitch-free pilgrimage. Up next is the Spotlight segment, and we shall continue with our update on the level of preparations for the 2024 Hajj. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
The Hajj calendar is full of activities that must be accomplished by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON and its critical stakeholders in order to ensure better service delivery to pilgrims during the Hajj. Guided by the Hajj calendar, a Nigerian delegation concluded the last phase of the pre-Hajj visit to Saudi Arabia last week. During the visit, the team met with service providers to discuss the services to be rendered to Nigerian pilgrims during the Hajj. NAHCON Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information, Statistics and Library Services, Professor Abubakar Yagawal, was part of the delegation. He explains more.
We have got the number of accommodation our Nigerian pilgrims need in Mecca. We made agreement with the service providers, and we made agreement with the catering services members in Medina, and also we have the places that we identified that can be used for clinics in Mecca. Likewise in Medina also, we made agreement with the service providers in terms of accommodation and the clinics and the catering services. In Mashair also, we visited Arfa, Mina, and we identified the towns provided for our pilgrims, inshallah.
A major decision taken by NAHCON stakeholders at the planning stage for this year's Hajj is the reduction in the number of days Nigerian pilgrims will be allowed to spend in Medina. The number of days have now been reduced from 8 to 4 days. NAHCON arrived at the decision after consulting widely with all relevant stakeholders.
But this is under circumstances. Of course, it was not the wish of the Commission to do that, but the cost of Hajj fares leads to this decision. Therefore, instead of 4 days, 5 days, as 8 days in Medina, our pilgrims now are spending 4 days in Medina. Of course, the Commission doesn't like it, but it is under necessity that the Commission take this decision. And inshallah, later on, when things go normal, inshallah, their 8 days will come back as usual.
Still on preparations, NAHCON has put in place measures to ensure that pilgrims have all travel documents before setting out. The documents include passports, yellow cards, as well as basic travel allowance, BTA. However, the Commission has taken drastic decisions on the BTA by reducing it from $700 to $500 per pilgrim. Why then is this so?
BTA also used to be $800 before. And the last year, due to Sudan problem, because the way is prolonged, you have to go round before reaching Saudi. The BTA was cut to $700 last year. In order to reduce the cost so that pilgrims can perform Hajj, the Commission decided to cut off the provision from $800 to $500.
Furthermore, NAHCON has tentatively fixed the 15th of next month for the commencement of airlifting operations of Nigerian pilgrims. Details of this and the venue for the inaugural flight are expected to be announced anytime soon. Another aspect of preparations that has been concluded is the intercity movement of pilgrims from Medina to Mecca or Jeddah to Mecca or Medina and back to Mecca. There is also the movement of Nigerian pilgrims to Muna, Arafah and Muzdalifah, otherwise known as the Mashair. All this will be coordinated under the Saudi policy of grouping pilgrims among other policies.
Like what they call at-tafwiz. At-tafwiz is an Arabic word, fawju, that is grouping people to move together. So this is a new policy from Saudi government that our pilgrims will move in 47th instead of moving individually. This is one. Secondly, in Hadaya, individuals used to do their Hadaya individually, but this time Hadaya will go to the e-truck and the recognized authority signed by the Saudi government. Thirdly, there is what is called Taraddudiyya. Taraddudiyya, that is movement of pilgrims from Mashayikh, that is from Muzdalifah to the Jamrat. There is in Medina a visitation of Rawda. It used to be individually. Everybody goes in Rawda and comes out the times he likes. But this time around, there must be booking before the visitation. So these are some of the new policies that come from Saudi government, and we are using the media, we are using ulama, and you are using the all boards of the state in order to enlighten our pilgrims of these new policies.
The core Hajj rites are performed within 5 days of Zulhijjah, which is the 12th month of the Islamic calendar. Pilgrims start performing the rites on the 8th and ends on the 12th or 13th of the same month. These Hajj rites are majorly performed in Mina, Arafah, and Muzdalifah. After intensive deliberations with the Saudi authorities, the Nigerian delegation was able to secure a new tent location for our pilgrims in Mina.
As part of what transparent at the Makkah, Medina, and Mashari, I believe that there's going to be a lot of changes, more so to that of Mashari. We know that the capacity is above that space, but we'll put our heads together with the NAHCON chairman and his team. So we're going to work together, and I think the pilgrims will be happy this year.
Physically and mentally, pilgrims across the country are being prepared for the Hajj journey, which include understanding the rites of Hajj, fitness, vaccination, and many more.
Ulama form the major item of enlightening the pilgrims because they are very close to the masses, and therefore we use them in enlightening the pilgrims. In states and in the federal, of course, we have ulama that are busy enlightening the pilgrims on how to perform this Hajj, inshallah.
With pilgrims' visa processing underway and the airlift operations scheduled to commence middle of next month, intending pilgrims have been urged to have a checklist of the do's and don'ts associated with the international travels. They are also advised on sacrifice, dedication, and perseverance in the course of the Hajj. By meticulously planning and preparing for each stage of the Hajj journey, there is the likelihood that the 2024 Hajj will be a huge success.
MashaAllah, the program is As You Answer the Call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Don't go away.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك
Tawaf, or circumambulation of the Kaaba, is a pillar of Hajj and or Umrah. When performing the Tawaf, pilgrims moving anti-clockwise are expected to go round the Kaaba 7 times. How then is the Tawaf performed? When to perform it? What are the different types of Tawaf? On Making the Hajj tonight, Dr. Aliyu Khalid answers these and other questions. He said the corner of Hajar al-Aswad or the black stone and the green light marks at Haram are the signs indicating the point where to start Tawaf.
When you come and you enter the surrounding of the masjid of the Kaaba, you pray Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah Allahumma ghfir li dhunubi waftah li abwaab rahmatik, the usual prayer when you enter a mosque, and you do it and you stand by Hajar al-Aswad, you stand on your left hand side, just the direction of Hajar al-Aswad, that is by your left hand side, and you make your intention in the heart, meaning that coming there is enough an intention, and you begin to go round. If you come, well, it is sunnah to kiss the Hajar al-Aswad, which is impossible today because of the number of people. Then you can just raise your arm and then kiss, and you go 7 times, well, invoking the name of Allah.
Associated with the Tawaf is the hastening of the pace, called Raml, for pilgrims in the first 3 rounds.
The first 3 should be in a jogging form, a little jogging, 3, and the last 4 naturally go the way you walk. But today, because of the zahma, because of the people, sometimes you may not be able to even have the time to do the little jogging, not running, yes, jogging the first 3 rounds. If you don't, then you can naturally walk and do it, and that it is important that you don't you don't injure others, you don't smash the legs of others, you don't open like this, and so on. Be gentle, because we're all guests of Allah.
There is also the ittiba, which is the practice of exposing the right hand shoulder during Tawaf. This is also for the male pilgrims only. There are different types of Tawaf. They are Tawaf al-Qudum, Tawaf Ifada, and Tawaf al-Wada. Associated with the Hajj is Tawaf Ifada. This type of Tawaf is also known as Tawaf al-Ziyara, Tawaf al-Hajj, Tawaf al-Fard, or Tawaf al-Rukn.
Yes, Tawaf al-Ifada is one because Allah said, فَإِذَا أَفَضْتُم مِّنْ عَرَفَاتٍ Ifada. When you roll down from Arafah to Muzdalifah to Mina and so on. So, and Tawaf al-Ifada means Tawaf al-Ziyara because you are visiting the sacred house after the Arafah, you are coming. So that is a rukun, is a pillar. Because if you miss it, then your Hajj is vitiated. But you can, the Tawaf al-Qudum, you can give a blood of an animal to expiate or to pay for missing that.
Apart from the supplication recommended at the Rukn al-Yaman, pilgrims are allowed to offer supplications of their choice. Similarly, Tawaf, just like Salat, must be performed with ablutions. At the end of the Tawaf, pilgrims are expected to perform 2 rak'ah Salah behind Maqam Ibrahim if possible, and when this is not possible, they can do it anywhere within the Haram. The Tawaf for Hajj or Tawaf al-Ifada is compulsory for pilgrims and cannot be done by proxy.
No Tawaf is done on behalf of somebody. Let him get rest or get well and then he does it. But one can perform Hajj on behalf of somebody, if it is Hajj. But one can also go for Jamarat, to stand, to throw stones on behalf of somebody because of an inherent sickness. But Tawaf, no.
The Islamic scholar said during Tawaf, pilgrims must avoid being distracted by making noise or taking pictures, among other mistakes.
Alhamdulillah, now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, what is referred to as ittiba during Tawaf? The correct answer is, ittiba is when the male pilgrim exposes the right shoulder during Tawaf. The winner is Mariam Adeni from Osun State. She provided the answer ahead of others. Mariam Adeni will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach her with the prize she won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's efforts on social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, name the type of Tawaf in which pilgrims perform ittiba. Again, name the type of Tawaf in which pilgrims perform ittiba. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages.
Abu Huraira Ibrahim from Edo State sent in the first message. It reads, "We appreciate NAHCON and its stakeholders for their efforts in ensuring a successful Hajj exercise this year." Gambo Jibril from Kaduna State sent in the second message tonight. It says, "I wish all intending pilgrims from Nigeria and other countries Hajj Mabrur. May Allah accept our prayers."
This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time, same day next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'assalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا